My oldest son was in hospital and we were told that he may not make it through the night. So my little one, Dev, he was 8 at the time, came to say goodbye to his big brother, just in case his big brother didn't make it. And on the way home, the car that he was travelling in stopped on a smart motorway and a lorry crashed into the back of the car, killing Dev instantly. We need to make roads safer. So for the last 6 years, I've been campaigning for safer drivers on safer roads.
I think the ultimate aim for AV technology is that we achieve Vision Zero, which is 0 fatalities on the roads. And the sort of target that's being set for that is sort of 2050. But that is something that Oxa is fully committed to.
Now we know many of the crashes that happen on the roads are caused by human error, human misjudgments, human mistakes. So there's the opportunity for automated vehicles to reduce that and definitely improve road safety, but we're still waiting for that proof to come in.
Yeah, autonomous software can be safer than humans, and I think it can be better than humans.
The UK has made a huge step forward in introducing the Automated Vehicles Act, so this is setting out the legal framework for the deployment of automated vehicles. But there are some open questions within that legislation, particularly around what it means for an automated vehicle to behave at least as well as a careful and competent human driver. What does that really mean?
Like knowing where to be, knowing what lane to be is difficult even for a human. So. And we believe that being able to show through the data that we have, the actions that we're taking meet that of a competent, careful driver, a reasonable, responsible driver, a safe driver as we would understand it, it becomes really important. In order to actually explain the event that might have occurred or an incident that might have occurred, you need data about where the other objects were in the environment. How were the other objects moving? Did you respond in the right amount of time? Can that response be considered competent and careful?
So safety has to be the foundation of this industry. Without the vehicles proving that they can operate safely, we're not going to make progress.
So it's obviously aware of the traffic light locations, it's aware of the status. It felt that that vehicle was coming through too aggressively on the inside of us, which is why it slowed down.
Yeah, and I probably agree with it.
Yeah, which it was. They were rushing to get to the lights, potentially coming out into our lane.
Yeah.
These vehicles, you look into the future, they will have the benefit of all the experience and learning of all the other vehicles that drove themselves before.
Something we discussed today during our talk earlier was Oxa focusing on travel from point A to point B.
Say we're talking to a bus operator and they operate 17 routes. Right? We will show that those 17 routes reach the safety margins that are required for extraordinarily safe transportation. And it's that focus on the ability to have software be able to do the 17 routes and then another 17 and then 19 and then 50 routes. It's that ecosystem thinking about an end-to-end development system that allows us to do that, and that's been a founding vision and has been there from the start.
We believe an open, transparent, explainable system is the best way forward. It's the best way to build public trust. So that's what we're advocating for.
And it may be imperfect, right? There may be mistakes that it makes, but we should be open and transparent about it. There should not be a hidden away thing that says, oh, statistically it's okay.
We need a lot more testing. We need to share the research. We need to explain that in a really manageable way to lay people out there to understand what they are going to get with a self-driving vehicle. I came here with no expectations, and what I have seen is open and honest discussion, presentation and debate. Every question was answered and ideas were taken on board, and I have to say I really respect that.
I've been hugely impressed with what I've seen today in terms of the willingness of Oxa to engage with the regulators and to share the data around what their vehicles are doing in the interests of that learning in terms of improving safety and helping the industry and society and the regulators to develop the regulatory framework and our technical understanding of how we can make these vehicles operate safely, build that foundation, and then start to exploit the benefits of automated driving.
I lost Dev in a very preventable crash. There were multiple things that went wrong that could have been prevented. I have a 5-year-old daughter right now, and I want in 20 years' time to know that she's going to be safe with all this technology that's being worked on and built. So there is a long-term kind of vision here for all of us. It's a future of keeping our loved ones safe, and I think we must not lose focus of that.